Welcome to the lesson 4. Step by step we will install the nose and the eyes. First of all, I didn't film the long videos for a long time and didn't install my camera in the right way. That's why I'm sorry for the quality. So I'm trying now to decide which nose will work best. So I just hold the nose up to the face to imagine the final result. If you watched my previous video, you know that I make noses either from oven baked clay or from silicone, depending on what I feel like using at the moment. Here I have noses, different colors and shapes. Then I remember that I also have a silicone base, so I place it and immediately it becomes clear to me that this is the nose I will use. What do I look at? I look at the color, I start imagining how it roughly shaped the kitten and the size of the nose. In this case, the small big one caught my eye and I liked it. What I'm doing, I'm searching now for seams, clearing the folds, trying to find the corners of the mouth, the small line from the lips to the nose, and the wedge in the head that we sewed along the narrow part of the nose. Right now I'm carefully exploring these seams with a needle, and at some point I got completely lost, so I just felt the fur with my finger down to the material. You can actually feel these seams through the fur when where they run. So finally I found this top point where the wedge connects with the side pieces of the pattern, and that's why I'm sticking a pin to mark it so I won't lose it later. This pin marks the lower part of the nose, or its midpoint. It's not the top of the nose, but the lowest position. When I just glue in, you will see exactly what I mean. The nose is symmetrical, and I'm searching for the little line in the middle from nose to the lips, which I will ally with the line of the kitten's nose. And looking at the cutout, this is part FFF, the side piece. We stitched the two side pieces together along the FFF seam. It's basically a vertical line going straight down. And I'm putting the second pin to understand where this mouth will be. So now, once the nose placement is set and aligned vertically, we need to trim the fur in the area under the nose. This is so that the nose sticks to the fabric, not to the fur, so the trimmed patch should be as short as possible. Then I had the idea to place one eye to see how it looks together with the eyes, just to imagine the kitten's face and with the nose. And then I decided to trim the fur on this top of the nose so it doesn't get in the way, because anyway the fur above the nose in all cats is very short, so you don't really need to worry about trimming too much. I clean up the silicone nose, making the contour of it nice and even. I'll glue it using the special silicone glue. I first thoroughly cover the trimmed patch on the fabric, then I apply also a thin layer on the nose itself. Now the next task, I need the stripe in the middle of the nose to line up with this FFF line, this vertical line, that the way the nose will sit perfectly straight on the face. All my next actions are aimed at achieving this straight alignment and unity. I also often step back a little from the face or move it slightly further, or even step away from the table to see it from a distance, sometimes using a mirror, making photos. This really helps. It just allows you to see the whole image and also notice any uneven spots if they exist. Now, to install the eyes, you will need a really long, thick needle that can pass through the entire head, and a strong waxed thread. A regular thread won't work here. It can't withstand the tension when tightening and will break either immediately or later. So scissors, needles, and pins will also come in handy. I mark with my finger roughly where the eyes will go, then insert the needle. Pay attention, I just showed you that it should not be an angle, the needle should be parallel to the floor. I mean horizontal, yeah. Once the needle is in, we thread the eye into it and push the needle back at almost the same spot, just a couple of millimeters away from it. Whether you move closer or further from the nose depends on how you want to place the eyes. The closer the eyes are to each other, the younger the kitten's expression usually looks. Then I understood that I need some tension adjustments. I will show you what it means. The tension can be horizontal, that's exactly what I'm doing now, or vertical. It is used to align the eye in the direction it should look. Right now I see the eyes looking slightly outward and upward, so I need to rotate it inward and forward. And I will make these two tensions, both horizontal and vertical. I'm cutting a piece of thread the needle and follow the same principle, pulling it through the head. Then I make horizontal pull. In this video it does to the right. That corrects the eyes upward tilt and makes it look straight ahead. I tighten the tension threads, then tighten the threads connected directly to the eye again, because the tension can loosen it, making it wobble. So the eye needs to sit back in the socket created by the tension. I also trim for here again to better see the eye. Yeah. And after joining the face in different directions, I see that the eye now sits better, but still slightly outward, giving a slightly skewed, unfocused look. So I'll need one more vertical tension. That's what I'm doing now to avoid confusing which eye is which. Which thread belongs to which thread. I'm tightening them a little bit together to remember the pairs. If in any step the fur is getting on my way, making it hard to see the correct placement of the eye, the fur on the nose and in front of the eyes is usually very short, so we can safely trim it to free up the eye and to see if it looks straight or to the side or upwards. Trim carefully and slowly, just step by step, little by little. And always look the kitten in front, not from the upper or lower position. Try to place it as if you are making the photo straight to the nose. In the beginning, I especially recommend to choose a clear photo of the real animal you want to recreate. Keep it in front of you and just follow it as closely as you can. This removes a lot of guesswork and helps you achieve the right proportions and a realistic look. For trimming, please choose the sharp scissors. That will make the work easier for you. You can buy the special ones for hobbies or even the special ones for grooming. They're not very expensive. That's the way I checked the distance between the nose and the eyes, if it is the same. So please don't worry about cutting the fur around the eye, because we will install the eyelids later and no one will see this fur anywhere. but you need to see now to understand where does your kitten look, if it looks straight or not. So I'm adjusting now the horizontal additional tension thread, and yeah, and I will tighten it. And whenever I'm tightening one thread, I'm tightening all other threads connecting to the eye to make it fit really on the place. After the installing the both eyes, to check if everything sits symmetrical, I'm usually using just my photo reductor in my camera by handy, and I will make the photo now how it looks like. Here it is, by using the few single rectangles and placing them symmetrically. I check the overall symmetry of the entire face. Now we need to carefully close the upper part of the nose and to cover it with fur. To do this, I apply a thin layer of my glue. I trim some fibers from a small scrap of fur and I place those fibers onto the glue. Please pay attention, I position the fur exactly as if it were growing upward from the nose. So don't lay the fur down, but stand it to the nose. I'm carefully fixing everything with the needle. Look at the final result, and I'm happy with this result, and I will leave it like it is. Subscribe to the school. There is a lot of exciting things coming up. We are growing and I will be happy for your likes. Don't also forget to enjoy the process and to share your opinion under the video.